Welcome, everyone. Thank you for taking a little time out of your Thursday afternoon to join us. I hope that wherever you are, you're getting ready for a great weekend. My name is Lauren Sharoff, and I am the Membership Engagement Manager here at ATD, and I am excited to take you through your member benefits today. As was stated, please feel free to submit questions at any time through the chat box. We'll be collecting those and we'll do a Q&A answer session at the end of the presentation. But as well, during the presentation today, my colleague Kim will be dropping in some useful links into the chat. So you can follow along if you like by clicking on those and navigating the website when we get to that portion. And with that, we'll go ahead and get started. So the purpose of this presentation, of course, is to make sure that you can make the most of your ATD membership. And that is, whether you are a new member looking for where to start, or a longtime ATD member just, wanting a little refresher on everything that you have available to you, we want to make sure that you know what those benefits are and how to access them. So we are going to go through this quick PowerPoint, just explaining the different resources that you have access to, and then I will do a show and tell on the website to show you where you can find those things along with some other useful tools. So we're going to go over all of the different benefits that come with your membership. And to lay the groundwork, everything that we are going to cover in the following slides is included in your membership, meaning that you can access as many of these resources as you like at any time without any extra fees or pricing. So just want to make sure that you know that going forward. First off, we're going to start with our publications and research category. This category includes a lot of different content. So first off, we have our monthly editions of the award-winning TD magazine. And these are packed full of expert advice, hot topic analysis, articles with great ideas, and they are sent directly to your physical mailbox each and every month. You should hopefully recognize this image in the upper left-hand corner, which I think takes the cake as my very favorite TD Mag cover that I've ever seen. But of course, all of the editions of the magazine are also fully digitized, so you can read them however works best for you. Along with the magazine, we have an in-house research team at ATD that produces multiple reports and analyses throughout each year. And members have a lot of access to these. So while the full versions of those reports are a paid access item, members have exclusive access to the library of over 80 white paper summaries of these reports. And so these condense those full research reports into 15 to 20 pages of key takeaways for you to use. And of course, it's a little longer than what has kind of become the standard white paper of 2 to 3 pages. So these being 15 to 20 pages gives you more access to the methodology behind the research and a lot more, kind of hefty data than just a small white paper. So there's a lot of value in being able to access this, cutting edge research around talent development. Most recently, we have published the Building a Strong Organizational Culture, the Role of the TD Function white paper, which you can see in the upper right-hand corner. We'll take a peek at that on the website a little bit later. To cap off the year, our research team produces the comprehensive State of the Industry Report, which is a year in review for the profession at large, including a lot of useful benchmarking information and data for you as a professional and for your organization. So for non-members, this report is a $500 report, but that is included as part of your membership. So as soon as it is live, you have full access to download it, read it, and use it in however way is most useful to you. Last but not least, in the publications and research category are our 10-minute case studies, which, as the name suggests, are meant to be quick read synopses of successful talent development initiatives at various companies and organizations and how they were implemented. So in the bottom right corner, you can see a quick screenshot of the 10-minute case study covering how Bear implemented a chatbot coaching for learning transfer initiative. So if you are looking to launch a new process or program at your organization, these can provide a helpful roadmap to success. So all told in this category, there are over 250 pieces of content in the publications and research category, and that number is growing monthly. There's a new TD magazine every month, there's a new research white paper every month, so a lot to access here, and that is just the first of the few different categories of benefits we're going to go over. So next up, we have our library of videos, webinars, and conference session recordings. Members have access to hundreds of hours of professional video content on topics across the industry. We produce things in-house, like the Ask a Trainer video series you can see at the bottom of the screen. Along with these, members have access to the full calendar of upcoming webinars, as well as all of the archived recordings of those that have already happened. So if you have to leave this session early or want to review it in the future, for example, it's there for you, along with all of the other webinars that we do. Finally, this category also includes unlimited access to previous conference session recordings that ATD has produced, including those from the annual International Conference and Expo. So if you were not able to attend, for example, we just wrapped up the annual conference for this year a couple weeks ago in San Diego. If you were not able to attend that in person or virtually, in the next couple of months, we will be uploading all of the recorded sessions from that conference to the member portal so that you can view those. So a really great benefit, especially if it's just not a possibility for you to be able to attend the conference. So all told in this category, there are over 3,000 videos on every topic you can imagine, which I know sounds like a lot and is overwhelming. Where do you even begin with a number that large? But don't worry. Later on, when we get to the show and tell piece on the website, I will show you how to easily navigate to all of them and filter them down into just what you're looking for. Our next category that we will go over is our performance resources category. We know that the last thing that members want to do is reinvent the wheel, so we've developed these tools to help you save time. On the left, we have a sample of our templates and tools library, and these are filled with resources designed to plug right into your workday and help you solve a specific problem or address a scenario. You can use these to avoid having to create something new from whole cloth. So some of our more popular examples are the course maintenance plan template you can see in the upper left, and a needs assessment template, but there are over 220 of these and growing in this library, and over 90 of these have been translated into Spanish. So if that is helpful for your work, then you have access to those in both English and Spanish. Some of the recent publications in the library include a workplace inclusion strategic plan template and a team engagement checklist for mentors. So I'll show you a little later where to find all of those. But each one is a PDF format, usually full of fillable fields and a few pages long. So really meant to be a problem solver for you. And so to complement the templates and tools library, we have what you see on the right, our TD at Work guides. So these are also published on a monthly basis. Each one is a 20-page guide that takes a deep dive into a crucial talent development topic, and it's meant to serve as a detailed how-to in relation to the topic at hand. Along with the written aspect of each guide, each one includes 2 tools at the end related to the subject matter so that once you're done reading, you can put what you've learned into practice right away. On the screen, you can see 2 of our most recently published editions. The June version this month was A-List L&D Team Assemble. And then last month was Reassess Needs in a Hybrid Work World, all about how the structure and delivery of needs assessments have changed over the last few years. So really useful things. So this category altogether includes over 600 resources. So again, a lot of things for you to access here. Now, we're going to cover on this slide another fantastic professional development resource, which is the Talent Development Capability Model. If you are not familiar with it, the model is a framework that's developed to guide the talent development profession in what practitioners need to know and do in order to best develop themselves, others, and their organizations. So the model was developed based on research that included more than 3,000 professionals, the output of which identified the 23 capabilities needed for success in talent development. These include expected capabilities, such as instructional design and training delivery, but also newer capabilities like data analytics and emotional intelligence and decision making. You can see on the graphic on the screen all of these 23 capabilities divvied up under the different headings of building personal capability, which includes topics like communication and compliance and ethical behavior. Those under developing professional capability have learning sciences and knowledge management, for example. And then impacting organizational capability includes things like business insight and future readiness. The model, though, is more than theoretical. To engage with the model, you take a self-assessment, which asks you to reflect on your level of knowledge and experience in each one of those 23 capability areas, at the end of which you're presented with a comprehensive view of your proficiency across those topics. So it's a great way to get a snapshot of your areas of excellence and opportunities for growth. And so it's a great way to also plan your long-term and short-term, just all of your learning goals. Really helps you outline a roadmap for your own professional development. I would like to mention that the self-assessment is actually available to both members and non-members. We really want it to be a resource for the whole industry. So if you aren't a member currently, you are still welcome and encouraged to take the self-assessment. That said, members do have enhanced abilities with the model, though. After you complete the assessment and see your report out, members are then able to put together a learning plan that is made up of suggested resources and benefits available to you through your membership, like the things we've just covered, including, video content, TD at work guides, articles, research that are aimed at helping you close those skills gaps and continue to polish skills. So really great option for continuing that professional development. If you have not done your self-assessment, I cannot recommend it more. Or if you have, we do always recommend that about every year you go ahead and go back, revisit your answers to the self-assessment and see if you can adjust any of your answers that, maybe you've gone from proficient to expert in particular areas. So over 24,000 of these assessments have been completed. So if you haven't, go ahead and carve out some time and add yourself to that group. On this slide, we are going to cover the 99 micro course library. Now, a quick programming note, some of you may be aware that ATD has 2 levels of individual membership, professional and professional plus. This benefit, the 99 micro course library, is only available to professional plus members. But to do a quick recap, everything that we've already covered is included in both types of membership. This benefit, the micro course library, is the only difference in terms of access. So these micro courses are a series of typically 20 to 30-minute on-demand courses that cover a wide range of topics, given that there are 99 of them, but including things like virtual training or measurement and evaluation. And these courses are adaptive. They, test you as you go to understand your level of knowledge on the subject at hand, and show you the content that is relevant to your learning and let you learn at your own pace. Once we get to the website, I will also show you where to find those. Last but not least, before we get to the website, all members have the same amount of discounts on everything that we do offer as a paid access item. So things like certificate courses, all conference registrations, books, and paid research reports, all of those have associated member discounts. So anything that you are participating in like that will always have a discount for you. Alrighty, so let's go ahead and see it all put together. Here we are on the ATD website, our homepage. Hopefully this looks pretty familiar. We're going to go through, as I said, how to find and access all of those resources that we just covered in the PowerPoint, along with a few other helpful things that it's just good to know where they are. So, first and foremost, I'll say that the best way to browse the website is logged in. When you're logged in, that is how the website knows that you are a member and that you should have unlimited access to all of those benefits we just covered. If you're not logged in, it'll tell you that you don't have access to them. So if you find yourself running up against any access issues, just make sure that when you're on the website, you can see your name in that upper right-hand corner or log in if you need to. From here, we're going to cover the button that lives just to the left of your name, which is My ATD. You'll see this button follow you around in the top of the website, just about wherever you go. And when you click on it, it will land you on a dashboard and a series of areas that are your one-stop shop for everything related to your activity and membership with ATD. So let's cover a few of these widgets on here. As you can see, this has landed me on the dashboard, but we also have the tabs of My Activity and Benefits Center here. We will get to each one of those in turn. On the dashboard, first and foremost, you of course have your little professional blurb here. If either your role or your organization type look incorrect, you can easily edit that clicking that button or going to My Account, which we'll take a quick peek at. From here, you can easily edit your personal information, including work, education, contact information, etc. If when we were going over the TD magazine information earlier, you went, I've never seen one of those come to my mailbox. I wonder why I'm not getting those. In that case, you can come here to check what your primary address listing is. It may inform you that it's not the address that you thought it was. So if you aren't receiving the physical copy of TD magazine, definitely come and check that your address is correct. Scrolling back up though, in your My Account area, you have a number of other things that you can access in here related to your login, your membership, and your communication preferences. One thing I like to call out in our communication preference area is we do have 2 member-only newsletters that go out each and every week. And again, these are only for members. One of which is The Buzz, which goes out every Monday and is a news roundup of other talent development related news content across other web publications. So just keeping you in the know. And then every Wednesday is the ATD Member Tips newsletter. So I do recommend keeping these 2 check boxes checked. Member Tips in particular is how we let members know when there's new content and new benefits and resources available. For example, I think just yesterday we sent news out about the most recent TD Mag, but every time there's a new TD at Work guide published or a new research white paper available, this webinar or this newsletter is the easiest way for us to get that to you. So definitely keep that one checked so we can let you know when you have new things available to access. All right, back to the dashboard in My ATD. Moving on in these little widgets, right next to your account area is access to the talent development capability model that we covered earlier. You can see I'm in the middle of my assessment. We're going to click into it really quickly just so anyone who hasn't engaged with the model before can get a sense of what that looks like. However, there is a lot to say about the model, so this isn't comprehensive by any means. Please, I can't encourage you more highly to explore this for yourself and to start your self-assessment. But for example, in my assessment, you can see the wheel here that we saw earlier. Right now, I'm self-assessing in the developing professional capability model or capability area. And scrolling down, you can see here are the topics associated with this area. in learning sciences right now, it's asking me to assess myself on these skill statements. So in terms of, my skill level of knowledge of the foundational learning theories of behaviorism, cognitivism, and constructivism, would I rank myself as exploring, informed, capable, advanced, or expert? So as you can see, each one of these topics has these associated questions that it does take a little bit of time to sit and reflect and consider where you fall here. So the good thing is that you don't have to sit down and do this whole self-assessment all at once. It will automatically save any information that you've inputted, so you can, if you can carve out a little bit of time to, go through one capability area at a time or what have you, that's absolutely possible, and it will be right where you left it when you have time to come back. The output of this, as I said, for members, just to clarify, this whole process, this self-assessment area, is available to members and non-members alike. What I'll show you here under the learning plan, this is my queue of resources, including articles, various publications, performance resources, videos, in order to continue my learning in all of the areas that I identified as things that I wanted to focus on. So you can move through this queue, pulling things from your queue to up next, and ultimately into completed. And from here, you can very easily see what type of capabilities each resource is referencing, and you can click right into the resource from here. So again, fantastic professional development resource that packages things for you in a very linear sort of fashion. So great thing to explore. I don't have any more time to spend on it, unfortunately, but can't recommend more that you hop in here and take advantage of it. Once again, back to the My ATD dashboard. We'll call out a couple of other things on here before we move on. If earlier in the presentation you were going, I don't know, do I have a professional membership? Do I have a professional plus membership? Here on the dashboard is a My Membership area that does show you what type of membership you have, as well as your membership dates. So you can easily reference that. Moving on into the My Topics widget, this area may look a little different to you if you haven't selected topics. I have, but if you click on Edit, it will take you to the page where you can select topics that are of the most interest to you. So this helps make sure that you see the content that is most relevant to you. I usually recommend selecting anywhere between 3 and 5 of these topics. And the eagle-eyed among you may notice that each one of these topics, of course, jives with all of the topics included in the talent development capability model. So we really orient all of our content and all of what we put out on the website in relation to those 23 topics. So really trying to reinforce, helping our members and the community be as well-rounded professional talent development practitioners as possible. Last up before we move on is this My Learning area. So this will include courses, conferences, and webinars that you are signed up for or that you have recently completed, and give you quick access to open those up and hop right back into things. It also has a shortcut to the My Activity area, which is this next tab that we're going to click into from here. In this area, there are a couple of tabs on the left, starting you off with learning. We scroll down here. Here you will have an output of a history of all of the coursework that you have done with ATD. So this will include certificate programs, if you have participated in one of those. And if you might have, at one point in the past, saved a copy of that PDF certificate to your computer and gone, gosh, I don't know where that lives anymore. This is an easy place to come and re-download that certificate, as well as access all of the information about CEUs, etc. So that's an easy spot. You'll also have record of, if you are a Professional Plus member, any of the micro courses that you have completed. And then if you have a need to demonstrate all of the, or show all of the professional learning that you have done, this download transcript button in the upper right-hand corner will generate a formatted PDF for you that lists all of those activities out so that you easily have evidence of all of that professional development work that you've done. Moving down, if you are interested in either the APTD or CPTD certifications, the Associate Professional or Certified Professional in Talent Development, respectively, you can find information on that from here, or if you are in the process of pursuing your certification or are a current APTD or CPTD holder, you'll find relevant information here regarding the testing and tracking and recertification. Similarly, if you are registered for any upcoming conferences, you can click here if you are, in order to easily see the agenda and other relevant information regarding the conference. And any webinars that you have upcoming or that you have attended in the past will also show here. And so you can access them at a click. Also in this area, we have the bookmarks section. You can also access your bookmarks by hovering over your name in the upper right-hand corner and finding the My Bookmarks button there. This bookmarks area, if you choose to use it, just allows you to keep a personal list of content that you find relevant and useful, and you can use it in whatever format you like. Some folks use it as a way to mark what they'd like to come back and read. For me, I use it because I have a habit of, again, downloading a PDF, saving it in a folder and thinking, I'll never forget where I put that. And then inevitably, the next time I try and go find it, I have no idea where it's gone. So I have gotten in the habit, and I'll show you here how this works, of on just about any piece of content across the website, underneath the title and author, you'll see the bookmark button. So you see here, it will allow me to click on that, and from there, it will then be put right into that My Bookmarks area so that I can access it whenever I like. And if you had saved something in the past that you no longer have need for, you can easily unbookmark it from this area as well. All right, so at this point in the My ATD area, we have gone through the dashboard in the My Activity area. Now we are going to get to the crown jewel here, the Benefits Center. So this area is meant to be, again, your one-stop shop for all of the benefits that we covered in the PowerPoint earlier. It has access to all of those publications, videos, performance resources in one place. So as you're browsing the website, you'll be able to find and access all of these resources through a variety of different places. However, the Benefit Center pulls them into one place for you. So if you know what you're looking for already, you can more easily find it here. I will also note that, of course, you can access this by clicking My ATD and Benefit Center as we've done, or you can hover over the membership dropdown on the main navigational menu bar, and then under quick links is a really, as it says, quick link right to the Benefit Center. Or you can make it your homepage. We absolutely love that. But we want it to be accessible for you to find and access whenever you need. So up top will always be a featured benefit, which is, one of the most recently published things. Right now, we have one of the new additions to the Templates and Tools library, which is a learning design checklist. But as we scroll down, we will see that there are tabs across the top that hopefully look a little bit familiar, as that is, how we organized them in the PowerPoint earlier. So we'll take a quick dive through each one of these here. Starting off with, of course, we have that publications category, which also includes our research. Here you have access to that archive of all of the digital issues of TD Magazine. We just published recently the Best Practices TD Mag, which is a special edition profiling all of the 2023 Best Award winners. But of course, you have June and all of the other months of TD Mag here, which you can download a cover-to-cover PDF version at one click. Scrolling down, here's where you find that white paper library. So as you can see, as I said, there was the Building a Strong Organizational Culture white paper released last month, and the Leadership Development white paper the month before that. To give a sense of what this looks like, as you can see, each category will show you the two most recent entries. But to the upper right of any of these categories, you can click the View All button, which will allow you to see everything in that category. So from here, of course, you can scroll back through the full list of the white papers that you have access to, but perhaps you don't have time to read through 82 titles. Very few people do. So what you're able to do from this area is enter in a search term, anything you like. We will go with coaching. How about that? We'll go with coaching, and you'll see that it will start pulling up the relevant white papers that deal with coaching. So for example, there was one as recently as last November on enhancing leadership and performance, but there are also white papers related to sales coaching and other different coaching adjacent white papers. Along with using the search function at the top, you can also use some of the built-in filtering along the side by role or by topic here. All right, so that was covering the white paper area. Scrolling further down in our publications area is access to all of those state of the industry reports. You can just easily click into there and download them at a click, as I mentioned. And similarly, we have those 10-minute case studies here as well. So these all function in the same way. You can just hover and click on View All, and it will show you all of those that you can then filter by search term or other pre-built filters. We'll move on now to the videos area. As you can see, there are a lot of videos. This is a great time to click that View All and do that filtering that we just mentioned. As I said earlier, our conference recordings from our most recent international conference are not ready just yet, but once they are uploaded and available, you will easily be able to find them in this video area of your benefits center. But we will also be including a notification in that member tips newsletter that goes out every Wednesday as soon as those are posted, so that you are the first to know that you have access to them. And here we have the performance resources category, which includes those TD at work guides, as well as the templates and tools library. Here we're going to go ahead and click into one of these so you can get a sense for what these look like in practice. As I said, there are over 400 TD at work guides, so a lot to go through. Once again, a great time to, when you find yourself wanting to take a deep dive into a particular topic, for example, this one of 5 models for data-driven learning, there's a lot of very specific and very awesome topic content in here, but a great time to say, oh, I really wanted to learn about X. Come in here and type in a couple of search terms that relate to that and see what is there for you. But right now we'll take a look at the most recently published TD at Work guide, the A-List L&D Team Assemble, which I love the name of. So as you can see, because I'm logged in, I have this shiny red download now button that I can click on and download the PDF immediately. And so hopefully that's shared on my screen properly here. You can see that here I have access to the full 20-page guide, which as I scroll down, I won't read you the whole thing, I promise. I just like to give a more concrete example of what these look like. So as you can see, they are dense and they have a lot of information in them. Each one does. They are really valuable resources. And so as I scroll through to the end, after the references and additional reading, you can see that there are 2 tools and resources attached to each TD at Work guide. So for example, this one has a team strategy plan that's a few pages long attached to it, as well as a goal definition worksheet. So again, great resources to have at your fingertips. And once again, you can bookmark these from here. And I'll also mention, If you are a non-member, we do have sample chapters of these available. So if you click on this, it will download a few page sample of what each one of those TD at Work guides look like, just to give you a taste, a little test example of what TD at Work guides can help you learn. Moving back now, so that's the TD at Work guide area. And we'll also take a look really quickly at the templates and tools library. As I said earlier, these are really intended to be plug and play, something that you find yourself in the middle of a workday going, oh, I really need something that can do X for me. But I don't have the time to create that from the ground up right now. That's a perfect time to come check out the templates and tools library and see if there's something already in there that meets your needs that you can then use. So as you can see, some of the recent ones included this learning design checklist, some mentorship program development and maintenance resources, resources on helping you find your career path if you're doing a little personal exploration there. Some management templates, the workplace inclusion strategic plan template. Oh, this one has been pretty popular recently. The e-learning design document template. We'll go ahead and take a look at this one as an example. Once you click in, again, you have immediate access to each one of these. So when I click on this, it will open the online PDF version, but from there I can easily download it. And as you can see, this is a big 7-page e-learning design document template, really intended to help you in that moment, do some work on some e-learning design. So again, a great thing to come in and filter in whatever way is most useful to you to hopefully find something that helps you save time and avoid reinventing the wheel. All right. Next up is our articles category. So here we have a repository of all of the links to those newsletters that go out in the Buzz newsletter that I mentioned, which goes out every Monday, highlighting other talent development news across the web. And then below that, you have access to the individual versions of TD Magazine articles. So in the publications area, we saw that we could download the PDF cover-to-cover versions of TD Magazine. In this area, it is the kind of individual single web page version of each one of the articles that are included within TD Mag. Moving on, we have the whole webinar archive. So again, this is one that absolutely grows every week. If there was a webinar that you were really excited about and missed, you can come in here and again, search in whatever way is easiest for you to find it. Or if you're just looking for webinar content, just something to help eat your lunch with, you can access it there. And you can also click on this little link to take you to all of the upcoming webinars. I'll show you another method of navigating to that as well later on, but that's just a quick helpful tip. If you find yourself in the webinar archive area, you can see all the upcoming ones as well. Finally, in this area, if you're a Professional Plus member, you'll see the Courses tab there, and I'll take us into the 99 micro course library really quickly so you can see what they look like. As you can see, there are 11 topic areas that all of these 99 micro courses are available for you to use. So naturally, there's quite a variety of these. And as I said, each one of these is adaptive. When you click in, it makes sure to know what your level of knowledge of the topic is, and then start you off on the right area to continue your learning. But you're by no means required to start at this one in virtual training and go one by one through to the 11th one. You can click on any of these in whatever order you like and whatever makes the most sense to you. So if you find yourself without a lot of time for maybe some more formal coursework, these are great ways to slip in some bite-sized professional development opportunities into your day. All right, going back now into the Benefits Center. One thing I'll call out, there are a couple of ways to access this, but In your additional resources section, you have access to the Excel 5 library by EBSCO, which is formerly known just as the EBSCO library. We work with EBSCO to give members access to the full Excel 5 library. So from this page, you can click on the Access button. I'm already logged into it, but if you're not logged into it, it will ask you to please log in. You simply use the same login credentials that you would use for the ATD website to log in here. And then once you are logged in, you can access all of the Excel 5 library of videos, book summaries, and featured articles that they keep in there. So if you are looking to do that kind of exploration and learning, it's there for you. But as I mentioned, there are a couple of different ways to access that. So we saw that we can get to it from the additional resources area there. However, if you hover over membership and head to our quick links area where we earlier saw the Benefit Center quick link, you can also see the quick link to that Excel 5 library there as well. So easy way to access it. One other thing that I'll call out that's in the middle of these quick links is our member toolkit. This is mainly oriented towards newer ATD members that are just getting their footing and getting an understanding of everything they have access to with ATD. It's in some ways a kind of readable format of a lot of what we go over in this webinar. So if you find yourself after the webinar going, man, I remember something being mentioned about something in particular, but I don't remember where it was. If you come to the member toolkit here and move through these tabs, it can help you find those publications, videos, performance resources, all your benefits, everything about the talent development capability model, and information on other learning opportunities with ATD. So a great one to know where it is and how to access it. From here, I'm going to take us back and go through a few more helpful, handy links on the website, just as useful things to know. I guess I'll start out again with a little bit of information on membership. If you are attending this webinar and you are not currently a member, I will call out in that membership area is our Join or Renew button, which will take you to the area where you can select either the Professional or Professional Plus type of membership and continue on through the process there. What I will also call out in this area is that if you were not aware, ATD has a great number of chapters all across the US and in Puerto Rico as well. So if you hover over membership and click on Join a Chapter, it will open up the chapter locator for you. And from there, you can enter in your city, state, or zip code in order to find the nearest chapter to you. So local chapters, of course, are local networking and events and professional development groups. They're run by really fantastic volunteer leaders that put together just a whole host of wonderful opportunities for you to get to know the talent development community where you are. So if you have not checked to see if there is a chapter near you, or if you're just curious to find out more, once you enter in your information and it pulls ones up that are close to you, you can click on there to check out the chapter's website and their events and membership information. All right, from here, I'm going to take us back to the start of our menu drop-downs and show you a few other useful things. Under the Explore drop-down, under Latest from ATD, we're going to look at a couple things here. One is our podcasts area. If you were not familiar, ATD does produce 3 different podcasts: the ATD Accidental Trainer, the ATD DE&I podcast, and Talent Development Leader. Each one of these, has a large number of backlogged episodes. If you're curious, it's a great way to, do some casual learning during a commute, or, I use them when I'm bustling around the house doing chores. You can, when you click into each one of these, you will have access to all of the audio archive directly on the page. If my Wi-Fi wants to load it, there we go. You'll have access to each one of the playable versions of the podcast there, but you can also find it on your podcatcher of choice. Next up, under that Explore dropdown and latest from ATD, I promised you I'd show you the other way to find all of those other upcoming webinars. So you can do that at a click from this link here. It's going to open those up. And so if you just haven't gotten enough of some great webinar options, you're welcome to scroll through these. Oh, that's one thing that I forgot to mention when I was talking about our white papers. Each month when we produce a new white paper report, we will have an associated webinar that goes over all of the findings of that report as well. So if you don't have time, as some of us just simply don't, to read that 15 to 20 page white paper on the report, you are welcome and encouraged to sign up for the webinar that covers all of those findings as well. So you can listen and watch all of that information in action. I will also mention that non-members are able to attend any of the webinars that they see here, provided that they are attending live when the webinar is happening. Members, of course, have access to all of the webinars after the fact. Non-members do not have access to that. So that is the little difference there. And then last but not least, under Explore and latest from ATD, is this glossary of TD terms link. This is one that I actually stumbled upon as I was getting acquainted with ATD. When I came on board here, I had a layman's understanding of talent development, but certainly not an expert. And so this glossary of talent development terms has been personally useful to me. So I always like to call it out in case it's useful to someone else. As the name suggests, this is a whole page of A to Z definitions of talent development terms that are all pulled from our talent development body of knowledge publication that we put out, meaning that they are research-based and expert vetted. So you can use this in a few different ways. For me, whenever I find an acronym I might not be familiar with, my first stop, instead of Google anymore, is actually here, because it can be a challenge sometimes to find a definition that agrees with all of the other definitions, especially around terms that are a little more niche. So I can find my acronym definitions here, as well as sometimes if you just need a quick definition of a term that you know is correct, you can find it on this page. And I also call it out in case any of you are mentors to any mentees that are newer to the profession. This can be a great thing to have them bookmark and keep in their back pocket, just to, again, really quickly answer questions about what is the difference between X and Y sort of topic. So great thing to have at your fingertips. And again, that is open access for members and non-members alike. All right, we will take a look at a couple of other things before we move on to the question section here. Under courses and certifications, you can find information on all of the different course offerings that ATD has. If you know that you're in the market for some course-focused learning, you're welcome to look through all of the courses that we offer. Or if you know that you specifically want a face-to-face learning opportunity, or live online or on demand, you can filter easily by that. And I'll also mention that if you are a professional member thinking, oh, those micro courses actually look pretty cool, I wonder if it's worth the cost to change my membership type, which customer care, our internal customer care team, would be happy to do for you. You can click on micro courses under courses and certifications, and it will show you the whole list of those micro courses that you can then click into to get a better sense of the full description of what each micro course covers and who it most benefits. Another thing that I'll call out under courses and certifications here is that if you are in the market for a certificate course, you may have noticed that given the breadth of our course offerings, there is sometimes some overlap in terms of topic or content in the different courses. So if you've identified a few courses and go, gosh, all of these touch on the topics that I'm really interested in, I don't know which one of these will really meet the need that I am trying to do with this learning, I'll call your attention under the quick links area to this Talk to a Specialist link. When you click on this, it's going to give you a little overview, but it'll ask you to fill out this form, and you'll be contacted by our professional development specialists who can help you sort through the intricacies of each one of those course options to make sure that the one you ultimately select will be the one that is most beneficial for you. And then last but not least, under that area, if you are interested in the associate professional or certified professional in talent development certification, you can find information on the requirements for those certifications here, as well as information on why get certified, preparation, etc. for that. We're just about done. All I'm going to cover now is, of course, we just got done, as I mentioned, with the International Conference and Expo that we do each year. However, we do have a number of smaller conferences that we put on, including the Government Workforce Specific Conference. Very soon here we have Core 4, which is focused on the core competencies for new talent development professionals. But of course, we have a org dev conference, a sales focused conference, and technology as well. If you are interested in being a speaker at any of our conferences, under the events drop-down quick links area, you can see all of the speaking opportunities on this page. This page is updated as the calls for proposals for speaking is open. So right now we have, I believe, our next year's international conference call for speakers open, as well as the ATD Technology Conference, which I believe that one is closing by the end of this month, if memory serves. So if you are interested in being a speaker at any of our conferences, that under events and quick links, speaking opportunities is an easy way to find that information. All right, with that, I'm going to go ahead and go on back to my PowerPoint, and we will start taking a look at all of the questions that may have come in during our presentation. So give me just a moment to access those, and I will answer all of those that we have time for. I will say, if we don't have time to hit all of these, I apologize in advance, but you are welcome to contact our customer care team, whose contact information is on the screen right now, and I believe Kim will also drop that in the chat for everyone. So if I don't have the chance to get to your question today, you're welcome to reach out to customer care, and they will get that routed to the right person who can answer it for you. All right, so starting off with our questions here. From Martha, is there a way to become a member of ATD Professional and a local membership? That's a fantastic question, Martha. Yes, thank you. Let me navigate back to the website real quick. There is absolutely a way to do that. So if you are currently a member of ATD and you want to add on a chapter membership, you can do that. Let's just go ahead and I'll do a demo here. So when I'm doing my membership renewal, it's going to ask me if I would like to join a chapter. Since I'm in DC, I'll just type in, Washington, DC here, and we'll pull them up. But it'll, pull up the chapters closest to the areas that you have selected. And then you can add that right to your order, and it will be included. I'll also mention that I don't know if I'll be able to get to the screen to show it. Oh, I think I will. When you are a member of both a local chapter and ATD National, you actually get a discount on your national membership. Please excuse the pricing there for my membership. It's trying to run it for 10 years because that is what my national membership is run for. That is not the cost of a chapter membership. But once I get to the checkout screen, it will apply a $30 discount to my national dues. So to answer your question, Martha, yes, there is a way to be a member of both national and local. And when you do that through the website, you will get access to that $30 discount off of your national dues. Next up, we have a question from Brooke. Is there a mobile app for members? Brooke, unfortunately, we do not have a mobile app at the moment. I know it's something that we are working on or considering for development in the future. However, I will say the website is mobile responsive. So when you come to the website on your phone and want to access something like My ATD to access your benefits, you are still able to get and download those resources like TD at Work Guide or anything else like that to your phone or iPad or other iDevice of choice. All right, let's see. From Melissa, if we find that a widget on our dashboard is inaccurate, oh, where do we go to report these issues? Uh-oh, all right. Well, that is good to know that we're having some technical difficulties. I'm sorry about that. It sounds like there's an issue maybe with the webinars, the previously attended webinar in the My ATD area. So if you are experiencing that, that's actually a great time to go ahead and contact our customer care team. So up in the upper right-hand corner of the website is a contact us area, and that will take you to our main customer care area. So you can either submit a request here or give us a call. That will connect you to our customer care folks, and you can say, hey, I'm experiencing this issue. Or if you submit a request, you can write it out, and if you are really motivated, and you can attach some screenshots of it. That always helps us troubleshoot those types of issues. And then that'll open a ticket for you so that our customer care team will keep you updated as we solve whatever technical little snafu is going on that's causing that issue. All right, there was a question regarding courses being available, micro courses being available for members. And just to clarify, yes, the 99 micro course library is only available to Professional Plus members. If you ever want to recap on what is included with each type of membership, when you click on the join or renew, it will give you the quick rundown here of what is included with professional membership and what is included with Professional Plus. But just to reiterate, the only difference between those two types of memberships is access to the 99 micro course library. Everything else that we went over, including access to the TD at Work guides, the templates and tools, TD Magazine, video recordings, webinars, research, is all included in both types of membership. The only difference is access to that 99 micro course library. From Walter, does membership require some professional development courses like the PMP? Nope, membership does not require any prerequisite for joining. We're intended to be a resource for you to do that kind of professional development, and hopefully be a resource to you so that you can continue that on your personal professional development journey. All right, let me see. I think we've got time for one more. Oh, there was one that I think I missed up earlier. What is the easiest way to learn more? Oh, okay, about the APTD. Yes, so a quick overview of the difference between APTD and CPTD for those that are interested. Of course, these are two levels of certification. So APTD, the primary difference is the number of years of experience in talent development. So APTD, the typical APTD credential holder has 3 to 5 years of experience in talent development. So that is the main differentiator compared to CPTD, which requires that all CPTD candidates must have at least 5 years of related work experience in talent development. So these pages, which I accessed under courses and certifications and get certified, will give you all of the rest of the specifics regarding, as it shows here, the introduction, the eligibility, what the exam looks like, and how to prepare and apply for that. With that, I'm afraid that is all the time that we had. Again, if there were any questions that I was not able to touch on during this presentation, please feel free to send them to customer care and we will get them addressed. And otherwise, I hope you have a great rest of your week and a fantastic weekend. And thank you all so much for being here and for being members of ATD.